Hello, welcome to the student walkthrough video for GCSE History, Paper 2, Period Study, Question 1. Here we are focusing on Question 1, looking at how the question is constructed, how to answer it, and tips on what makes a good answer. We have other videos available for this paper as a whole, and also for each question in detail. Let's start by looking at what you need to do. Question 1 has a Part A and Part B, and they're focused on consequences. They begin, explain one consequence of. This means what happened as a result of an event or development. You were asked to explain just one consequence, but for two different aspects of the topic you have studied. You need to identify a consequence and explain how it was connected to the event or development in the question. Part A and Part B are worth 4 marks each. You should spend around 6 minutes on each part, or 7.5 minutes roughly if you have extra time. Notice the number of lines. There are 4 additional lines in the real paper, but use this as a guide for how much you should be writing. Let's take a look at a question from the American West paper. Explain one consequence of the extermination of the buffalo. Here, you're being asked to explain what happened as a result of the extermination. You're not being asked to describe it, or how the buffalo were used, or even why they were exterminated. The focus is on one consequence of it. Remember, consequences can be good or bad. Let's have a look at a high-performing answer. This answer identifies a clear consequence that there was a change in the way of life for the indigenous peoples of the plains, explicitly by saying they would struggle to survive the harsh conditions. The candidate also supports this consequence with specific information: clothing, weapons. This is directly linked to the extermination of the buffalo, so focused on the question. They were awarded the full 4 marks. Let's look at another example answer. The candidate has provided a generalised comment about a consequence. A key part of their lifestyle was destroyed, but they're missing something. They haven't provided specific detail to support the consequence they've identified. So this answer is only awarded 1 mark. Here are some additional practice questions for all of the topics available for this paper. So what makes a good answer? The examiner is looking for features of the period that are analysed to explain a consequence. They're also looking for you to use specific information used to support the explanation. The two must be linked, and this shows your good knowledge and understanding of the period. For general tips, start your answer with a direct focus on the question. One consequence of X was this. This will help you avoid just describing the event or development in the question. Use connectives to explain the link between the event and the consequence. As a result, this led to. Use your knowledge to support the explanation. But most importantly, have a go. As with all questions on the paper, try not to leave anything blank. That brings us to the end of this walkthrough video. Remember, we have videos for every question on each paper available. More information for students can be found on our website under Student Support. Good luck in your upcoming exams.